Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach, and this is the Organize Your Life podcast. I am passionate about organizing because it makes my clients' lives so much easier, more relaxed, and with more time to spend the way they want to. In every podcast in the show, I'll lay out a simple organizing concept, and I'll tell you why it's important. I'll also include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away. My specialty is chunking down this big topic so it's not overwhelming. That's the concept for this podcast, which is based on my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. The book is available on my website and on Amazon. I work with clients in person in the Berkeley, California area and via email and Skype, so you don't have to be local to me. Visit the Hire tab on my website or email me at claire@cluttercoach.net. If you like the show, please rate it and review it. To do that, go to my website, cluttercoach.net, and scroll down for the show notes. Each show notes post has a link to leave a review in iTunes. I would so appreciate that. Okay, on to the podcast. This is podcast number 46, and it's about simple way number 38. The numbers are going to continue to get more out of whack, podcast numbers versus simple way numbers, because as I go along, I throw in non-book topics now and again. But don't let it worry you. Speaking of not worrying, this week's topic is done is better than perfect. Don't avoid finishing projects because the result won't be perfect. Perfection is impossible. I'll go so far as to say that striving for perfection is terrible for your productivity, and it's bad for your health, too. It's way stressful. Okay, I'll go a little farther and say that if you're a perfectionist, you may also be a control freak, and nobody likes a control freak. Perfectionists are very good at telling themselves and everyone else that they hold their work to a very high standard. They will sell no wine before it's time, to quote the old Orson Welles ad. If the wine's time does come and it gets sold, that's great. You stay in business. If you believe the wine constantly falls short, however, then you don't sell any and you go out of business. Wine does have a timeline that can be objectively judged. It reaches a point where it's vinegar and you have to throw it out. Unfortunately, a lot of what we do in life does not have such clear criteria. So many projects can be improved pretty much infinitely. You could do a little more research and make your report better. You could add still another coat of varnish to your painting. Maybe you're saying, but Claire, why shouldn't I want my creations to be as perfect as possible? The answer is you need to balance the time you spend on them with the time you need for every other activity in your life. Sure, you can keep improving your report, but is it worth doing that when it means you won't have time to prepare for the presentation you're doing next week, and you'll have to skip your kid's soccer game? This is one of the conundrums of perfectionism. In your desire to create something perfect, you shortchange a whole bunch of other projects, personal ones and business ones. Here's an inspiring quotation from the artist Salvador Dali. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Those are wise words. Be kind to yourself and choose realistic criteria for all that you do. There's always more that you can add to your creation, whatever it is. But if you continue adding, the poor thing will never see the light of day. They won't ever be able to enjoy it, so its lack of perfection doesn't matter at all. What's realistic? Well, that will vary for everyone. You need to come up with your own algorithm to account for the amount of time you have in general, the amount of energy you have, the list of other projects that need your attention, and how they fit into a hierarchy based on your bigger life goals so you can prioritize everything. Perfectionists can be short-sighted. They get so involved in detail work and polishing the backs of things that no one ever sees that they lose track of why they're doing something in the first place. Focus on the results you will get rather than on details that don't matter to anyone else but you. If you still believe the results are worthwhile, keep going. If you aren't happy with the results, ask yourself if you did your best. As I mentioned in the previous podcast, the result you want is ice cream. Getting the ice cream may involve tasks like putting on shoes, leaving the house. But the goal is still ice cream. If you spend an hour choosing the exact right shoes to wear to leave the house in, the ice cream store is going to be closed by the time you get there. So what if they're the perfect shoes? No ice cream for you. This is what we want to avoid. Keep your eye on the larger goal. In the larger picture, it's better to get ice cream in ugly tennis shoes than to get no ice cream at all. These days, businesses strive to move quickly and nimbly to get products out there before anyone else so they can start making money. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be shipped. I just read that at Facebook, they have the words "done is better than perfect" painted on the walls to remind themselves to always keep shipping. Zuckerberg writes about the Facebook hacker culture, meaning that things can certainly always be improved, but the current version can be put out there and used at the same time. Both can be true. How can you make that work for you? What you can do right now? Watch out for perfectionism in your life and repeat to yourself, "Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect," as often as necessary. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. If you like the show, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review in iTunes. You can subscribe, too, so the podcast will be ready and waiting for you to listen to. You'll find the show notes on my blog at www.cluttercoach.net, and you can check out my store to find books I've written and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you're a fan of the show, you can become a patron on patreon.com for as little as $1 a month. You can find my page by going to the Patreon website, that's Patreon, and searching on Clutter Coach. I'll still post the podcast free of charge, but I've got some cool rewards for folks who want to help me make the show even better. Come back next week for a new podcast.